Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. The largest bank in Germany has decided to offer cryptocurrency custody services. With nearly $1 trillion in assets, this is one of the world's largest financial institutions. And when it comes to crypto, and most definitely when it comes to XRP in particular, they all come around. This could be a lengthy process. We're talking about Deutsche Bank here, one of the top financial institutions in Germany. They only started accepting XRP about the middle of the last decade. They went as far as publishing a paper acknowledging XRP's potential as a bridge currency. I'll explain in further detail as we get through this video. But first, they will focus on crypto custody. Data from Deutsche Bank also hinted at the possibility of future crypto trading, however I haven't seen this mentioned by many outlets. Maybe XRP will be a part of that. I'm going to hazard a guess. Yes. But before we go any further, I should mention that I have zero experience in the financial sector. I'm not here to give you money advice. Furthermore, you should not use what I say as a basis for making any financial decisions. I'm merely a hobbyist who likes to share his knowledge on crypto-related issues through YouTube videos. However, just in the recreational sense. Even if Bitcoin is currently trading down, XRP is higher at the time of writing. This probably holds true for the vast majority of coins. A quick scan of the top 50 reveals this. The price of one Bitcoin is currently $26,470. Calculate a crypto-related anxiety and optimism level of 45. Fear has gripped the markets recently. However, that score was only 30 out of 100 only a few days ago. As you may recall, Bitcoin was trading in the high $20,000s just a few days ago, so the recent gains have left investors feeling somewhat more optimistic. Some folks find that terrifying. In unison with this movement, the value of XRP plummeted to around 46 cents. That there has been some improvement since then is encouraging. And yesterday I posted a video in which I was emphasizing that most of the analysts I respect and follow at this point do not believe that the idea of Bitcoin going back down to the scary zone of $12,000 in the disaster scenario, which some people believe in, is truly probable. The most likely scenario is that Bitcoin continues to trade in the high $20,000s, as it has been recently, though some people still hold out hope that it may drop to the low $12,000s. After a period of extreme fear, a V-shaped bottom forms, followed by a rapid ascent similar to that which occurred in March of 2020. Price action throughout the pandemic era was completely irrational. Most analysts disagree with that assessment, and I highlighted several of them yesterday for emphasis. In a brief update, Terminalis said, "Looks like we're not ready" when asked about credible crypto. Since I am a Bitcoin, I must say that we are not quite ready to accept your $27,000 offer. The positive target for the near future has been invalidated locally. This paves the way for salaries above and about $25,000. Perhaps a notch or two below this? But he also says that as long as we're over $25,000, everything is good. According to him, there is absolutely no cause for alarm. The Daily Huddle also published a story that included commentary from chart analyst Michael van der Veld. Additionally, he seems to believe that the possibility of a negative outcome is not the most likely scenario. This is what the text looks like. Bitcoin, according to crypto researcher Michael van der Pump, may increase by over 70% in a trend similar to that of 2015. This is a major point of contention afterward, as this is when the attorney analysts, go back to try to learn something from the past. Again, the experts I follow and respect are convinced by the data in the charts. I highlighted several of these charts yesterday and will focus on just a couple more today. More like 2015, if you ask me. As a result, it's highly unlikely that prices will drop to a comparable level of, say, $12,000. However, there are many who see a pattern similar to what we saw in 2019 and predict an impending epidemic. However, Michael van der Pump here seems to disagree. A bit then goes on from there. According to Mandapop, who has 160K subscribers on YouTube, Bitcoin may follow a familiar pattern this year, in which it will likely trade in a narrow range for much of the year before exploding upwards in the run-up to the 2016 halving. This is quite similar to the price activity we saw in 2015, and as you can see from the quote above, we're building a lovely range. Let's check it out. It needed the pre-halving run in quotation to finally break through the range of sideways movement that had been established here in 2015. Thus, trading sideways is inevitable. This causes anxiety and a decline in investor confidence. Then, suddenly, it's gone, and those who weren't plugged in at the time missed out. This is the way things have to be. It's the same with the stock market. Not that I necessarily buy on the relevance of the halves event, but he does want to point out that he thinks you could see Bitcoin and size 45,000 even before the splitting event. That's a piece of what he individually finds significant, but I'm just pointing out that the blockchain supporter feels the data looks more like 2015 for some reason. The same can be said for trustworthy crypto and TSMC. The supply is not low. In fact, here's a second, I'll try to be concise about this one, too, because I really need to learn this Deutsche Bank information. Another headline expert, however, has 2022 pegged. A new Bitcoin bull reveals his price targets, and the cryptocurrency market bottoms out. After Bitcoin's brief dip below the $25,000 support level earlier this week, analysts who forecast the crypto bottom in November of 2022 are re-entering the market. Don Halt, a well-known crypto strategist, recently revealed to the 53,100 members of the Technical Roundup YouTube channel that he had two options to consider before opening a fresh position on Bitcoin. So I'll halt the note to say that his approach to this problem centers on moving into and out of various roles. He's coming at it from a businessman's point of view. And now, that's not what I do. I'm not a trader. I don't want to worry about entering and exiting positions or recharging. I don't want to do any of that nonsense. I just want to hold, because I think what I'm holding will be worth a lot more in the future. Still, there is a subset of the population that finds this fascinating, and an even smaller subset that excels at it. That is, therefore, his point of view in this situation. But as you'll see, he still believes that the bottom is very much in, and so here's a quote from him. "We're at a place where $26,000 could be a reasonable purchase price. If you're wrong, you're out of the game and the next buyer gets to pay $19,000. The issue with doing nothing is that you miss opportunities, so I made a transaction and bought like a little bit, not too much. However, I'm hedging my bets with a small amount of Bitcoin because I doubt that we'll be able to get a valid entrance any other way." So there we are. Other animals agree that the trend will almost certainly be upward. Again, there are many who argue that this is not the most likely scenario. Again, I'm simply speaking from the perspective of the analysts, to whom I often pay attention. I don't generally share their view. Following previous reports on XRP, Germany's largest bank is now providing crypto custody services. XRP is one of just 3 cryptocurrencies that has always been in the top 10 cryptos by market cap, so as time goes on, more and more money will come into crypto, and XRP is going to get a large chunk of that. Bitcoin and ETH are the other two. That won't change anytime soon, of course. Have you been holding onto my stock? This is how each section reads. Deutsche Bank, the largest bank in Germany with assets of $1.38 trillion, is planning to begin allowing its customers to hold cryptocurrencies and other digital assets. To introduce the new service, Yorkshire has partnered with Taurus, a digital asset custodian based in Switzerland. As part of the deal, Taurus will make available to Deutsche Bank its facilities for the custody and tokenization of digital assets. By using this technology, the German multinational bank would be able to expand beyond the country's young cryptocurrency industry and offer custody services for tokenized versions of real-world assets as well as digital currencies issued by central banks. Now, my friends, for anyone who listened to my channel when I had about 2 subscribers about half a decade ago, I was stating that everything under the sun is going to be tokenized, stocks and otherwise, and I haven't changed my mind. And it's not like I'm the first person to ever say it, either. But it appeared to me that it would stand to reason that such would be the case. And I just assumed, and history has proven me right, that legacy finance would be years behind. And now, half a decade later, you're seeing even more of the same sort of implementation and promises. This is the way we're headed, because there are advantages to being out here. And in a more liquid environment, more things will be interconnected, and you'll have more assets in circulation. One of those is, real estate. More and more people are engaging in what amounts to fractional ownership. A stock, piece of real estate, or piece of great art should be as accessible as any other commodity. You can exchange dollars for just about anything, but it shouldn't be that easy to get out of positions for other goods, and it should be as easy to get rid of as dollars are to get rid of. I don't think I need to explain how challenging it may be, especially in the real estate industry, when there is a lot of paperwork and red tape involved. However, as more and more transactions are conducted online, the need for such a middleman is diminishing. When a result, you'll need a way to connect the various items that will need to be matched up when the global velocity of value increases. And XRP is set up to do that very well. And beyond that, of course, if you're talking solely about the custody and trading, well, that's rising as well. All of this is coming, there's room for speculation. It's no secret that speculators take a lot of flack from the general public. Developers wouldn't have nearly as much room to work in if it weren't for speculators who provide the impetus for community building. I understand and respect the need for the speculative preamble. As a matter of fact, I like to half-joke that many investors are just that, useful idiots. That's what they say because, in my opinion, a lot of individuals make crucial monetary choices based on feelings rather than reason. However, this is all necessary and serves a purpose. This is being constructed at this time. German investment bank Deutsche Bank is one of the world's major financial institutions, and it has previously stated that it is considering expanding into trading as well as custody services. For what it's worth, I still consider this to be the early days of crypto, so it's possible that XRP might play a role in these and other areas that we haven't even begun to theorize. This headline alone tells me I can skip the rest of the story. Just to reiterate what I said at the beginning of the film, a July headline from the Crypto Basic describes how a major German bank is promoting the usage of Ripple's XRP for fast, cheap international transactions. Also, that was already old information. It's also okay to bring up previous information. As for me, that's okay. That was, however, over 5 years ago. So, they knew about it, and now they can rest easy knowing that their legacy is in good hands. It takes a very long time to effect change of this magnitude. The difference is that now you can feel how it is. It's hard to imagine what life will be like in 5 years' time. Looking back on the past 5 years, however, I realize how quickly that period passed. It's true what they say. In other words, we will be in that room together 5 years from now. I mean, we will have finished another cycle by then, so it stands to reason that this will be the case, right? Simply said, I am curious as to the future of XRP. Where does it peak, if at all? I consider myself to be in the same boat as the rest of you. But time will tell. This is why exploring space is so much fun and fascinating. Because of the stakes involved, we can't predict the future with absolute certainty. But I'd wager that most of us are hopeful in the sense that we don't know precisely how things are going to develop, but that it's probably going to be absolutely wonderful in the general sense and directionally where we wish it would be. You should not make any purchases based on anything I say or write because I am not a financial advisor. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.